bucks. Have a go at that. Have a go at that. Oh, wow. That's what you're after.
Two of them. Oh.
So a nice trip over to Tongue Bay, nice calm run. Just a little window of weather where we hopefully can get a day off after a few big weeks of work and just enjoy the Whitsundays. So we're going to Tongue Bay, which is next to Whitehaven Beach. A couple of interesting little creeks up in the corner. We think we can get a crab and maybe a couple of jacks out of. See how it goes. Very small tides at the moment, not ideal, but we just needed a break on the boat. It's just been so busy, and that's I guess you've got to be busy in business to own a good boat. Right, here we go. Fingers crossed.
So many turtles up here. So this is a great little system.
Hopefully, stick in front of you as far as we're going to get.
There's a nice little black bream hiding just in the edges there.
Back to the boat and get it shut up before this rain gets too heavy. There we go. That's the pot's in with high hopes for tomorrow morning. Overnight tops, overnight tide tonight. Bigger tide. They should get the crabs moving around, and this far up the system, very few people ever come up here. So we certainly can look forward to some crabs tomorrow morning, I'm sure. Fingers crossed. Nothing is sure with crabs. Another little creek in the corner of Tongue Bay. There's two nice little creeks in here. Just starting to get enough water to get into them. You've got to pick your way into the channel, and because it's cloudy, it's very hard to see the channel, but you can just make out the slightly darker colour water, the deeper water. So we're just picking our way in. We're only in 600 mil of water, but we'll work our way into this and see if we can find some mangrove jacks. That's the target for this afternoon. Maybe a barra if one's dopey enough to jump on a hook. But it's just a matter of getting in over this. All these creeks in the Whitsundays typically have a shallow flat out the front, and then once you get up inside the creek you have a bit more water. So we're just picking our way in on this early rising tide. Only a tiny tide today, and if we can get in the right spot we should get a fish. Still waters run deep. That's the old line we've all heard. We'll look in front of us. You can see that ripple either side as your shallow sandbar, and that still a patch of water is what's there of a channel. Just missed it. You can't get out of the channel, it's too shallow. So someone's got some pots in this creek. We're absolutely leaving them alone. It's just dreadful how people just take advantage of other people's hard work when they put pots in the radar. It's become the scourge of mud crabbing is share farmers. So hopefully this guy's catching some crabs, and if he's catching some crabs, then we'll be catching some crabs too in the other creek next one across. Just a little system, so we're trying to find a deep corner now with a bit of a snag on it. So we've got some water depth again. We're down to 1.2 metres, which is nice. I can see a bit of a snag up here. We'll fish there for a mangrove jack, I think. If I'm looking at snags, I'm just looking for something that makes me think there'll be a mangrove jack there. Nice corner would be good, because on the corners the creek tends to scour out and create a little deeper pocket. So we've currently got a metre of water under us here. If I can find a tight corner, it'll probably go to metre 4, metre 5, and that's where the fish will be. Tie the nose of the boat on the trees on the front, and then fish across at that snag on the corner. It's about the deepest part of the creek, just on a metre 1, metre 2, so we'll have a look at that. Early rising tide, every chance. Certainly full of bream, and there'll be the odd cod here, but hopefully there's a Mr. Mangrove Jack or 3.
That was a nice spot. Oh.
No, it's a jack. Just a little fella. They're hurrying tight. Tree.
It's just a little one.
Here's the mangrove jack. Kind of what we're here looking for, little jack. He's not quite legal, so we'll pop him back. But pretty little fish, eh? Gorgeous. Love seeing him in here.
Oh, look at the big turtle coming up here. Oh, I got something going on. I've got a bream tapping. So a jack could come through.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes the jacks will come through and push the bream out of the way. It's a lot.
Another little jack.
Most of the big ones catch the little ones.
Had a good chunk on it. Lost half of it. That'd be alright. Try and get in the same spot then. Oh, oh. That branch any good? Wasn't exactly where I was aiming, but it was a backhand.
Yeah.
That was better. That's a good spot. Well, here you go. That was a dud. Think we're going to get one quick in there.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't quite close enough, but that's beautiful.
Did you see that?
I did. Be ready. That's it. Sit there now, pull it out. Okay, one for Katie. Ooh, in your pink pants.
In your pink pants, I got a little jack.
What are you in? Whoa!
And he's dropped
He
off.
dropped off another little jack. Oh, that's cool.
Good. Hello, little two. Yeah. Oh, you've got one?
Yeah, there's a jack again.
That's a good, looks like a better size.
Bream, is it? The bream, that
It's a bream.
One for your friend Kate, the shitty old bream.
Shitty old bream.
Shitty old bream, and she loves them. But easily legal, but we're after jacks, not bream, so we're blimey. They're all wanting to hold on to the hooks.
They're all wanting to hold them.
There we go. Back in you go, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
Not much quality in the jacks yet. They're all just
No, but
little fellas.
maybe a biggie will come soon.
Yeah, we had one big one on.
Yeah.
We lost it.
So we know they're there.
Mm.
Yeah, this bait doesn't hold on too well, does it?
No, you'd be better off with a mullet fill or something. We haven't got any. All we've got soft fillies. Good to get them started.
Oh, you got one?
I think. Yeah, still there. What have we got?
Oh, yeah.
One for
Oh, he's a little stripy.
spiky trumpeter. And these buggers turn up. They're spiky little buggers, covered in spines, sting like mad.
Nope. And we haven't got a towel.
And we haven't got a Hessian bag.
Hessian bag.
They got spikes everywhere. Even through the bag you stick it in. Spike trumpeter, they've got spikes along there. They've got spikes on the side of their head, they've got spikes everywhere. I need to touch him. I need to have some pillies out of that esky, please, honey.
Oh.
The bream or is that little jack?
Another bream. Oh, he's a better size.
Bit bigger one there.
He's a better size bream. Is he big enough to eat?
Yeah, probably. In case we can't get a big jack, I suppose, we can always have a feed of bream.
Okay.
A pikey bream or black bream.
Black bream. Got another one there, Kev?
Oh, jack this time, I think.
Okay.
No, another bream.
Another bream.
On the bream series.
Oh, that one's getting bigger again.
Bigger again, yeah. Oh, well, if we can't get a feed of mangrove jack, we'll have a feed of Kate's shitty old bream,
Shitty old bream.
for dinner. I don't want bream, we want mangrove jack.
Yeah, now we want a big jack.
Big jack, yeah.
Is that far enough in? Probably not.
And the fish starting to feed more regularly, so they're realising there's activity. They're more likely to come a bit further out of the snags than they normally would. But still, if you want jacks, you've really got to be in there. You'll get bream out further, but not
Can
the
you
jacks.
get me another bit of bait?
Hang on.
Oh, nice. Oh, that looks better.
Oh, it is. I think it's going to be a cod. I think it's going to be a cod. I'm sure it's going to be a cod. But give me a bit early. No, it's a
No,
cod.
it's a...
Nice. No, it's a cod.
Oh, no, it's a cod.
I saw
Looked like it for a minute.
It did look like a jack for a second, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, he looked like he had that red.
Yeah, I thought he was. I thought it was a jack. Always trying to see something as soon as I hooked it.
Yeah, you tend to be pretty good at
Picking them.
picking them. All right. What's that one?
It's a little bream.
It is a bream. I thought you said stripe.
I thought I'd have a little stripe jump for a second. It wasn't. Sorry about me. You go.
Oh,
Look,
shit.
the way they are, perfect. You just put the brakes on nicely.
Oh, shit. Slightly unco. Yeah, I've just managed to pull it back and it went in the right spot, didn't it? You got something?
No. That's a jack, that one.
Another bream.
Don't need any more bream.
No, we don't need any more bream. Be nice to go and ask if he's got any. Another cod.
And bream.
Yeah, it's another bream.
Little jack, that one. Too small.
Too small.
What are you using? Just yours, are you?
No, just a little bit of pilly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we saw a couple swimming around here when I put these out yesterday. And
Couple of mangrove jack.
yeah, it's a couple of decent, half decent ones.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's worth sticking with it. No worries. Have a good day, fellas.
See you, mate.
Yeah. Morning, Jonathan. Right, Kev, what's going on?
The best laid plans. We came out for a weekend with a forecast for 2 days of good weather. Day one was lovely. Overnight, in came the cloud, in came the rain, in came the wind, which is wind is every powerboater's worst nightmare. So we got 15 to 20 steady southeast this morning. Interesting overnight. Little trick for anybody. I anchored up fairly short in shallow water because it was calm, and in the middle of the night we had an anchor drag. Not a big deal because I have to check on a fairly regular basis, but I had to re-anchor, put out some more chain, and it set an anchor radius alarm, which is always a really good idea. Even when you go to bed in calm conditions, the anchor radius alarm on your GPSs is priceless. It can save a lot of grief. There's a lot of boats drag and have accidents over the years because they haven't used an anchor drag alarm, haven't put enough chain out. So we've got some pots to go and collect. We're hoping to get them first thing this morning on a falling tide with enough water to get in, but when we poked in there, they're just a bit dodgy. It's a very shallow system to get into. So people get caught in there all day with no beer and no fishing rods. So we'll sit this out, we'll sit here and have a cup of tea and a bit of breakfast, and the tide will turn about 9 o'clock to run back in, so I think by probably 11:30, 12, we'll go get the crab pots on a similar amount of water but with a rising tide rather than a falling tide, and then be home by dark, hopefully with a feed of crabs. That's our day. It's not always beautiful in the Whitsundays, apparently, just most of the time.
Got a little cod. We had enough of the cod yesterday. Nope, nothing up the top of the system. It's all in the bottom of the system at the moment. Nope, nothing in that. Definitely the top of the creek's
A bit barren.
A bit barren. This, it's all about learning which time of year they're where, isn't it, Kev?
Oh, should be all day, but anyway, enough water to get in the creek, get some pots, pick up the pots. Expect to get a few. It's you don't get lots and lots of crabs in these creeks, but what you get are generally good ones. And for some reason, 90% bucks. You don't see a lot of females in these creeks. White edge or something like this.
Let's
Oh,
hope so.
there's one there. Through the throat, three. 3 big cracking bucks. Have a go at that. Have a go at that. Oh, wow. That's what you're after. That's worth hanging around in the rain for. Look at those crabs. They are just... Oh,
Don't get it
bite
claw.
me, you bugger. Oh, look at that. Barnacles all over it.
Oh, Kevin, what a pretty crab.
They are beautiful crabs. 3 of them. And 1 little whiting head left. Only had a little bit of whiting thrown for bait.
Okay.
That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for.
Mud crab ravioli.
Mud crab ravioli, mud crab linguini, mud crab lasagna, pepper crab, black crab, crab omelettes. Beautiful, beautiful, probably 1.5 kilos each. They are really good crabs.
Beautiful
Oh,
crab.
yeah.
Oi, 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 don't get...
This one's probably the best of them actually. But they're all similar
He's
size.
clinging on.
Lost his flipper. Lost a wing. Look at them. That's the best. Just beautiful crabs. Absolute
Hold
crab.
him still for a sec so I can see him. Oh. Beautiful crab.
Hey?
Nice crabby, thank you. Oh, that's worth being
Worth being out in the rain for.
in the wind this morning, missing the tide. 3 good crabs, you beauty.
3 beautiful crabs. Now we can get back to the boat and get out of here.
Get through those 20-knot winds.
Yeah, it's going to be nice and rough getting home. That's good. That's a good outcome. Good outcome. Under the duress. So just back off the boat, had a shower, dressing gown on, feeling fresh and lovely. Pretty rough afternoon coming back, pretty windy, pretty rainy, but hey, we're home. Okay, so first off, I can't do a thing without my hat on. That's just how it goes. So, had the fun catching crabs. Do a reasonably complicated couple of crab dishes just to show you, but it starts with the crabs being cooked. Anyone that wants to cook crabs, that trick, the chef's trick, the thing I've done my whole life, clean the crabs first. Take them open, take the guts out, and then steam them rather than boil them. Makes such a difference. The body meat is so white and fluffy and beautiful if you steam the crabs cleaned first. Doesn't work in the restaurant sometimes, people want the whole shell, but if you're eating crabs at home or you want crab meat, which is what we're going to do with a lot of these, clean the crabs first, steam for 18, 19 minutes, big crabs like this. Smaller crabs, 15 or 16 is fine. We're going to steam those. I'm going to pick some crab meat. I'm going to show you a couple of great recipes at the end of this video for how to do something special with mud crabs, particularly for people that don't want to be bothered peeling the crabs themselves. We say in the restaurant, mud crabs, chili crab in the restaurant, best described as not a first date meal. So guys, if you're watching this and you want to impress your new girlie, you want to give a mud crab without the mess of cracking and cleaning a crab, God forbid. Clean the crabs first, steam. We're going to show you 2 or 3 great things to do with mud crab meat. This will be a little series of video grabs I worked through dinner. Simple, cooking some spaghetti. We all know how to cook spaghetti. I'm going to tell you how to do that. That is the meat from just half a crab. Have a look at it. Have a look at that. That's half of one crab. That's some picked crab meat. Just a little half a lemon. I've got some pine nuts that I've toasted just in a hot pan for a few minutes. And over here, the star of the show is some garlic that's been confit in olive oil. So just very slowly cooked in olive oil with some chili flakes, a knob of butter. And finally, something no one's going to have, I'm just going to play with it, thank you to Amanda, is some organic fennel pollen. Now, fennel is a mild aniseed flavour, which always goes great with seafood. I think a little bit of fennel pollen will just set this off. So I'll come back later, but the spaghetti's cooking. I've got just some slivers of Spanish onion, just slowly browning off. I'm going to make an oil-based sauce with the garlic and chilli, the butter, the pine nuts, toss the pasta through it, crab meat at the last second, some crunchy pine nuts over the top, and some fennel pollen. And
So the fennel pollen right at the end?
I think that'll just be a little dusting over the top
Over
as
the
well.
top.
Yeah, this is something that...
Just making it up.
Experiment to a degree, understand flavours that go together without having to anything dominating. Flavours that work. Fennel, seafood. Pine nuts, seafood. Lemon, seafood. Crab. I'm not going to put beer in the spaghetti, but we all know crab goes with beer. Garlic chilli goes with everything in the whole world. And spaghetti, if you don't like spaghetti, turn off the video right now. All good. See you soon.
Okay, Kev.
So this is going to happen fairly quickly. We've got the slivers of red onion, the confit garlic and some chilli and some olive oil. I've taken a bit of pasta water off and set it aside in case I need it. We're going to drain the spaghetti. If you need to see how to do this, buy Uber Eats. It's a waste of time even looking at this. So the pasta in with that. On a nice hot thing, we're going to get that moving. That's the initial flavour. We add some butter. Low calorie, low cholesterol butter, because who's that bloke? Peter Russell Clark? Butter is better.
No, it's even salted butter. There's nothing low-cal about that.
Butter is as good as it gets, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about the butter.
They recommend real butter.
The dish needs it. Crab meat. That's half a crab. I can't believe I've got that much meat out of half a crab. Look at these crabs. So in goes the crab meat. In goes a squeeze of lemon. If I had some flat leaf parsley, I'd probably use that too, but I haven't got any because I don't care.
Oh, I might have some in the bottom of the fridge. I'll look.
Nah, it doesn't matter. We're done. We're past the parsley. We're past the parsley process. Now it's just the crab meat, the linguini, the garlic, the chilli. I'm going to use some of Amanda the Champagne Diva. Is that what she's still called? Some of her fennel pollen. I think it'll be lovely as a little kicker in this. Of course, fennel just goes with seafood. And, oh, you can smell it. That's intense and beautiful. That's really neat. I think this is a really good little additive. Finally, I've got these little toasted pine nuts. I'm going to sprinkle those on, just give a little bit of crunch to this. And look, that's us. If I had some pasta, I'd pop it in, just the colour. But that should be. I was thinking I had a little bit of pasta water. I'll just put a little bit in, just to loosen it up slightly.
That won't be too ordinary.
No, it won't be too ordinary. It won't be the worst thing we've ever had. It won't be the worst way a crab has ever finished its lovely life. Finishing up like that. So dinner is served, young lady.
Wonderful.
We've got more to come. I'll do mud crab lasagna. I'll do a mud crab ravioli. I might even do a mud crab omelette. And I might even have a crab sandwich and a beer because we have crabs. Lots and lots. All good.
Fluffy white bread sandwich.
Oven's off. Dinner is served.
How good's that fennel pollen?
Amanda,
Amanda?
the fennel pollen is epic. It brings out a subtle aniseed in the crab meat, which is hard to get. I'm gobsmacked.
We need to take Amanda out.
We'll be buying more.
We need to go. We need to take Amanda out. We need to catch a crab and we need to cook her this dinner.
This is the best
Promise, Amanda.
crab meat pasta I've ever had. So thank you, Amanda. The fennel pollen is a knockout. Inspirational.